What's up, guys? As usual, we kick things off with the Ocala Arts and Entertainment Podcast with smiles. And I'm talking to the lovely Cherone Bellinfantie.
Yes.
I did pronounce it well.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah. You hear that? Cherone Bellinfantie. All right. So we're going to learn some really nice and funky stuff about this wonderful lady, what she's doing. Welcome, Cherone, to Ocala Arts and Entertainment Podcast.
Nice to be here. Thank you for having me.
All right, beautiful. So we are live up here at the Cherone Park in Ocala, Florida. Really, really nice scenery. So I'm learning that you are British Caribbean writer and visual artist.
Yes.
I like that. I like that British Caribbean. I like that kind of fusion.
Yeah.
So let's start from the beginning. You were born and raised in the UK?
Yes, in London, South London to be specific.
Okay, beautiful. So tell us about your journey. You are, of course, at some point you're going to be in school making your way as a young kid coming up, and you're trying to figure out things and you're moving through. Talk to us about that.
Well, I guess you could say my art career started with fashion. I've always been a writer, so when I was very little, around 7, I used to make like books out of paper, and I won like a story writing competition at my school.
So what age that would be?
This was around 7, that's beautiful. Elementary school.
Okay.
So writing has always been a part of my life, but I also really loved fashion and design, so that's what I went and did like a bachelor's in. I went on to do fashion, and at the same time I was still writing. I had one of my poems published in an anthology that was part of a competition while I was at college. I went on to work in fashion retail, so I used to do like visual merchandising, buying for like a boutique, and kind of went into like the styling as well as doing one-off pieces for people. And then I moved to the US.
Oh, so so you said, all right, so you are always connected to writing.
Yeah.
As a young person coming up, did you get that from mommy, daddy, sister, brother, any kind of influence coming in there? That
I don't know if I could say either of my parents specifically. Art has always been a part of my family. My aunt is a writer, and a couple of my aunts were fashion designers too.
Oh.
And then I also have a lot of like musicians in my family too, so I come from quite artistic background.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So you are moving into doing your bachelor. You move into the US.
I did my bachelor's in London.
In London.
Yeah.
Right. And you now have you certified. Everything is legit. You're on top of the world with your degree.
Top of the world. Yeah. This was around 2007, 2008.
Right.
So I guess it was a hard time in the economy then, and there weren't. I mean, it's hard when you graduate because people want you to work for free. So I did that for a while. I was actually doing graphic design for a small menswear company. So I did like the patterns for their sweatsuits.
Which company do you know?
They were called, I don't know if they're around anymore. They were called like OG Clothing. So it's like streetwear.
Right.
Yeah, so I did, I worked with them for a while. And then, like I said, I went into fashion retail. I really loved like doing the window displays and styling people and buying clothes for the store. So I went and partnered with someone and did that for a while. And then I met my husband and moved to the US.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
that's how I got here.
Okay, so your husband is the one responsible for you.
Yeah, he dragged me over here.
Okay. Hey, huzzy. All right, you took her from the UK and brought her to the US. So you're coming into the US and you have your bachelor degree in fashion.
In fashion, yeah.
Now, and you've always been writing.
Right.
So you were doing that intern kind of thing with OG.
Yeah.
You were writing as well during that time when you were working?
Not as much. So I think when I came to live in the US, I moved to New York before I came and settled in Florida.
Right.
And that's really when I came out of my shell more in like sharing my writing. So I would go to like open mics and share my poetry. Yeah. So I think the design came a bit more ahead of the writing.
Right.
But I was always writing in the background. I just didn't really share it with people.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Until you started going out and doing a few.
Right.
Okay, okay. Poetry nights here and there,
Poetry
you may go
nights,
read
right.
some of it. All right. So you're coming into the US, and of course you have to now pick up from more or less scratch. You have to start.
Exactly, yeah.
Because you don't really know anyone here,
Yeah.
and that's interesting. So what's happening? You're here in the US. How are you making your way to learn about what's happening with the arts and how you could network and stuff?
I had to throw myself into it, you know.
Yes.
When I was younger, I was a lot more shy, so I'm quite introverted. So coming to a foreign country, I had to really like put myself out there and like get uncomfortable, meeting new people and going into new spaces. So New York is a wonderful city for connecting with people. It's
Right.
so busy, there's so much to do, so much to learn. So it's very easy to meet people, other artistic people.
Yes.
I started off going to libraries, and I still do that now, like go and do readings in libraries. That was a good place to start. And yeah, just kind of throw myself out there. I also did an exhibition at the Greenpoint Gallery in Brooklyn.
Okay.
So that's where I started picking up painting in, because I hadn't done that for a long time.
Right.
And I wasn't like classically trained in painting. I'm pretty much self-taught
Right.
in painting. So I started painting again and just applied to put my stuff in an exhibition.